there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for quarter one of 2022. We're actually going to look at the 5 main themes that could be coming up for you in quarter one. So each row is going to represent like one thing. And Scorpio, in your first position here, your first main thing, whatever you want to call it, you have this Harlequin card. It says true feelings are being masked. So I do feel like there are some feelings that need to kind of come out here. It could definitely have to do with love, because you have the Ace of Cups here. I would say that if you're interested in someone, some of you, it looks like you're interested in someone, you're not letting them know. Honestly, I don't feel like there's a rush, though, is what I would say. Like, here's the thing here, Scorpio. If you might be interested in someone, and look, you even have this divine timing card as well. It's like maybe you just don't want to rush into something with a person. The other thing that I'm getting here is that maybe you sense that this person doesn't want to rush as well. Take it how it resonates, but it could also be a person like feels this way about you. And look, you cannot make this stuff up. Look, you have this bride card as well. So, it looks to me like some of you, this could be a love situation. Maybe you're interested in a person or vice versa. Take it how it resonates. But it's like someone wants to move slowly here. And it could be for like a million different reasons, of course. But, that's kind of what I'm getting here with this energy. I do feel like clearly there's going to be a change here. You have the moon, then the sun. The moon, if I don't know if you know how it works, but the moon comes up, then it goes down, then the sun comes up, right? So it's like something is being revealed here in your life. Or it's like something is being revealed to you, or you're revealing it to a person. Take it how it resonates. And I would say that something is being, kind of like being exposed here in the first row. You have the moon, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. I don't want to be dramatic here, but I feel like this is going to change your life for the better. But maybe you're worrying that it's going to be a 4 of Cups. Maybe you're worrying that you're just going to be disappointed again, is kind of what I'm getting here. I don't think this person's a disappointment. If you have your eye on a person, I do feel this person could be your 10 of Pentacles. To me, 10 of Pentacles is the best love card that exists. It is because, yes, it's a Pentacle card, but it's like everything that you want with a person. So, if you have your eye on a person, I would say go for it. Could be basically any sign. You pretty much have everything here. Pisces, of course. Do I need to say more? Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or a Leo, and Aries, Capricorn. That's really all I'm getting right now. But, I would just say go for it. 7 of Pentacles is a change in direction as well. I do feel that there is some sort of change in your finances coming in for you, but I feel like you need to stay the course is what I'm getting with the moon card. Like maybe you've been working on something that you're very passionate about. I'm talking about money here. But I kind of feel there have been a lot of distractions, or, there have been some things that maybe have pulled your attention away. It's almost like this first row is talking about also like a recentering. I almost see it as like a funnel in my head. It's like you're being recentered towards an idea. And I'm getting a lot for you here. Each row is supposed to be one thing, but everybody has had like 20 things each row. So I'm just warning you right now. This is like full of action here, Scorpio. But what I would say is I feel whatever it is, it's going to lead to a lot of fulfillment, happiness, joy, good things. Of course, it's going to require work, as I say to everyone. We are in a time where we have to put in a lot of work, I believe. I just said it to Cancer as well, that I think that really maybe the hardest part of this year, 2023, is that I think there's a need to really kind of put in some elbow grease, right? To really make sure that you're polishing the things that you're working on, really making sure that you're doing a good job. 3 of Pentacles comes up for like everyone. 3 of Pentacles is quality work. It's like, obviously, if you're rushing through your projects, that's not going to be quality, right? So make sure you're putting in the work. But other than that, this looks pretty good. Let's see here. With the moon, you have the 9 of Pentacles. You go from the 9 to the 10. When we go this way to the world, which is like a major achievement. 9 of Pentacles is success. It's a card of gratitude and luxuries. It's pre-Empress energy, and you have the Emperor here, so I definitely feel there's like good abundance. With the 7 of Pentacles, you have the 8 of Cups. Somebody has to walk away from something. I said it. It's like I said at the beginning of the reading, either you, or did I? I don't know. But it's like there's like some sort of obstacle maybe. Could be you have a person, maybe they have a person. Definitely possible. I really see with the 2 of Swords, though, because we go up to the 2 of Swords, that if you're interested in a person, maybe you just think they have a person, but they don't. Because she's just sitting there thinking of the reasons why she can't do something. She needs to take action, right? So that's why I'm like putting this all together like that, because I feel like somebody needs to take action here. You could if it's if this is the other person, maybe they think you have a person. I'm not sure. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and look, there's like two elephants here loving each other. They're like nuzzling each other. So there you go. Could be a person you nuzzle with or something. I don't know. I would also say that this is a card of abundance because Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness, and I think it's a great time to be resourceful, to not waste money and things like that. For your second thing that you could be dealing with in the first quarter of 2023, you have this Dove Spirit. It says, be peace. I feel like you want to create more peace and contentment in your life. I feel like you want a certain sense of security as well that you're probably trying to build with the Ten of Pentacles. So you have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Ten of Pentacles to me is kind of like a card of permanence. There's a couple cards that I consider to be cards of permanence. Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles as well. But it's like a card of building and leaving a legacy. And what I would say is I think everybody is focused on this because of Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is literally focused on like gratitude, luxuries, the finer things in life. But really, it's about building and leaving a legacy, creating whatever that means for you. And so everybody's focused on this. I think that it personally, and again, this is Chris's crappy astrology here. I think that it affects water and earth the most. So, you are a water sign. You're definitely going to be feeling a very strong drive to create peace in your life. They are at peace. They are perfectly protected. They're inside a castle. They have abundance. They have like everything they need. So I feel a lot of you could be working on creating that in your life. A couple of things though. Number one, I feel you have to leave a comfort zone to get this form of peace. Again, she has this new island behind her, and that new island represents an obstacle. It kind of represents something she has to overcome, but it might not be a bad obstacle. It's like there are such things as obstacles that aren't necessarily a bad thing. It's like, if all great things were easy, then everybody would have them, right? So it's like usually the really, really good stuff in life isn't necessarily easy to get. And that's what I mean by positive obstacles. It's like, I don't see that as a bad thing of having to go through something to get something great. And I'm not saying you even have to go through something. If this is love, for example, maybe you're dealing with a person at a distance. Maybe, you have to make more money to be able to be with this person, or maybe they have to make more money to be with you, or, it's like those are the types of things I'm talking about here. Or maybe maybe it's going to take a little bit of time, something like that. If this is financial, again, same thing. Maybe you have to build the base. You have to kind of build a certain foundation, and that's going to take a little bit of time, but if you do it, it'll be permanent. The Ace of Wands, I feel, is passion, but I also kind of feel like this is the trick. The Ace of Wands is that spark of life. It's that thing sometimes that I feel we all just need sometimes to get motivated. So if you haven't been motivated, or if you're trying to get motivated, I do feel that this could be a little bit of motivation coming in for you. I feel this could be something that really gets you going, something that gets you excited. It's out with the old, in with the new. You see this castle here is crumbling, and that's what represents out with the old, in with the new. So there's clearly like a new beginning or something new entering into your life with this Ace of Wands. And it's going to make you very happy because Sun, Emperor, it could be a person, could be an Aries as well. Could just be an Emperor type person, someone who is, action oriented, someone who builds things in life, or, someone who creates things as well. So we'll see. With the Two of Swords, you have the Star card. Everybody's had the Star card so far. I've done all the water signs so far. Well, I'm doing you right now, but, what I would say is you have the Star to the Sun. The Sun and the Star together is, of course, fame and fortune to me. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to become famous, but as I've been saying all year, for like 2 years to you, Scorpio, I would be trying to get as much attention as I possibly could if I were you, if I were a water sign, which I am. and look at my channel. I try to get as much attention as I possibly can. Positive attention, of course, right? I try not to do things that are negative attention, because that never works. It won't work in the future, I promise you as well. But what I would say is, as long as you're doing things that are inspirational, kind, caring, good for the earth, whatever, all that stuff, then you will get a lot of attention. And again, it could turn into fame and fortune. It could turn into more money. It could turn into a raise or a promotion at work. So again, maybe you're not going to become famous, but if you're doing things to stand out at work, you will stand out. If you're doing things to stand out in love, you will stand out. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords. I mean, I think there's something that needs to come to an end here. Something that's been a never-ending story. And I think this is true for everyone. Pluto and Aquarius, right? In March, we'll have Pluto going to Aquarius. It's only going to stay there till like May, but so very short period of time. It's going to retrograde out. And then officially it moves in 2024. But, I kind of feel like on a down and dirty Chris's crappy astrology level, Pluto and Aquarius, a big theme of that is going to be like, what things are you not, being honest with yourself about that are just not good for your life in general? What things are just repeating over and over and over again? What story is the same, right? And if you can, again, the people, I'm telling you right now, the people who are honest with themselves that say, oh, it's this, and they get rid of it, those are the people that are going to be successful. I always say that the Nine of Swords basically says, you can be the bug or the windshield. There's a person, like on a traditional Nine of Swords, that's about to hit another person with a sword on the bed. If you look at the bed, there's a carving. And to me, it says you can be the bug or the windshield. You can choose to be, choose to face your problems head on and conquer them, or to look at the things that you need to be honest with yourself about, or you can just not, right? With the Ace of Wands, you have the Magician. See, I feel that for some of you, if this is love, then it's going to require reinvention, right? The Magician is about a new beginning as well, which the Ace of Wands is. Plus, you literally have this right here, the World to the Fool, which is a major new beginning. Literally, the major arcana goes from the Fool to the World. And then guess what? We just start all over again. When we hit the World, we start all over again as the Fool again. So there's like a major new beginning here, and it could have to do with you reinventing yourself. But I kind of feel like maybe that's like a little bit of the obstacle to getting something that you truly want. And again, I don't think it's like an obstacle that's going to prevent you from having this. I think it's just something that you have to overcome, which we all have. I mean, that's part of being a human, right? It's what we all have to deal with. So that's that. For your third thing, I'm just going to keep calling it a thing. You have this card that says, life isn't a sprint, it's a long race. 10 of Pentacles. You're not in it just to win. You have this divine timing card. Your angels are working behind the scenes. Things will come together exactly at the right time. We kind of talked about this. I do feel this could have to do with love. So I don't think there's any rush if you have your eye on a person. Quite honestly, just what I'm feeling here is that it would be better for you if you have your eye on a person to wait till like March anyway. I don't know. That's popping into my head, so I'm just going to say it. But, so there's no rush here. You might start talking to a person right now, but maybe it just doesn't develop until March or April or, kind of quarter 2 of the year or something like that. That's what I'm getting intuitively. I also feel it would be better to focus on 10 of Pentacles. Again, I keep telling people, it's like for the rest of your life, no get rich quick schemes, right? I think we live in a time where we can create more abundance than ever. But if you're thinking, there's just too much temptation, crypto, get rich quick schemes, all these things. It's like, I'm not saying that you can't get rich doing those things, but they're not going to last, right? And there's a lot of risk involved, right? So what I would say is, building things that are permanent, sticking to like permanent principles, doing the things that have worked to create permanent success, for example, in business, that's going to work. Doing things that create permanent success in relationships, right? That's going to work. So doing the things that are too quick, that's not going to work. Like thinking, you're going to start some sort of Amazon store selling, lipstick, and you're going to become a billionaire overnight. Probably not going to happen. But if you create your own cosmetic company and start from the ground up, yes, it's going to take time. Yes, it's going to be a hustle. But if you do it like that, then you'll be successful. But it's going to take time, right? Like I said. And people always say, I don't want it to take time. I'm like, oh, that's the problem right there. You have the Hangman. So it's like you are clear on something for the first time. I feel like you have gained enlightenment. You have this plus a sun, and he has put himself in Hangman mode to gain enlightenment, plain and simple. So I feel like you have been gaining some answers on like what you need to do at this time to be successful. You have the sun. The sun really says follow your bliss. That's what it's saying to me for you. The sun can represent a lot of different things, but I kind of feel like it's encouraging you to follow things that bring you excitement, joy, happiness, abundance, like all those things. Again, joking about creating your own cosmetic company. It's like, again, you have to start, look at that Jeffree Star guy or whatever on YouTube, right? I think about him. It's like he started a very successful cosmetic company. Again, I don't really watch him, so I don't know what his deal is. But I remember watching something about him, like some sort of documentary thing on YouTube. And it's like, that's what, like, again, if there was ever like a time where you could become very successful, it would be right now. But you have to like start from the bottom up. He started from the bottom up. He started on YouTube doing whatever the hell he does. I don't know. And then he built himself up, right? So that's what I'd be thinking about here with the star card, or the sun card as well, is kind of like building up. You have the world. The world is major accomplishments. So again, whatever you're doing, I think you could be on top of the world at this time. But this is something that you're building up. I feel like you are clearly getting ready to start a new cycle. I mean, every 2 aces, definitely a new beginning. Magician, new beginning. This right here, new beginning. So it looks to me like you're getting ready to like step into a new, like a better world, something much better. With the Hangman, are you kidding me? You have the Ace of Pentacles. There you go. Big new opportunity, something you want to work on, but you have to get moving. With the Sun, you have the High Priestess. Are you kidding? Definitely a new beginning. The High Priestess is definitely something new entering into your life. But I always say the High Priestess just represents potential. Ace of Pentacles, just potential as well. Same thing. She has no roof over her head on a traditional High Priestess, and it says like there are no limits to what she can accomplish, but she has to get moving. With the World, you have the Ten of Wands. I've been getting this a lot as well. Again, if you're worried about the world and all this other stuff, and I am not suggesting that you don't worry about the problems that are going on, but what I am suggesting is if you're constantly only thinking about all the problems that are going on in the world, then you're going to feel weighed down. That's why I tell people, don't watch the news, don't do this. But people are always like, oh, what about the rare, Australian tree pelican that exists? I'm like, okay, well, first off, okay, then go move to Australia and save the pelicans. I don't care, right? And what I would say here is like, unless you're going to directly do something to solve the problem, then worrying about it doesn't do anything. It does not do anything. We've been worrying about things for many, many years and nothing has been accomplished really, when you think about it, right? So I keep encouraging people to come up with third place solutions. Pluto is entering into Aquarius. I'm telling you right now, this is, people keep saying, oh, it's like, it's going to be different things, right? Whatever. But to me, I think it's going to be third place solutions. Everybody's like, oh, we have to stop with gasoline. So we have to force people into electric cars. But like, what if there's something better? What if there's a car that you can drive just using the energy of your mind? I don't know, right? That's a third place solution. So what I would be focusing on is if you're worried about the problems of the world, whatever it is, save the cows, save the tree pelicans, whatever, then I would be thinking like, what is a third place solution? Because what we've been doing so far hasn't been working, right? And so if you're truly worried, that's what I'd be doing. And again, I fully encourage you to do that because you would be very, very successful if you come up with a third place solution. So there you go. At the end here, for your fourth thing, we're going to do one more, but you have this Dolphin card. It says playfulness, cooperation. You have this Bride card. It says wife, engagement. Some of you could be getting a wife. Some of you could be the wife. Take it how it resonates, but I feel like there could be, love coming in for you, clearly. The other thing is I feel that you could be attracting a person who's very playful and cooperative. They literally want to work on a team, so I like to see that. You have the Emperor, the Four Cups, and the Fool card. The Four Cups, I feel this needs to be let go of. I kind of feel this Four Cups is your past worries, past fears, past doubts, past. So I really feel you need to let this go. I feel like some of you, I would be careful of creating stories in your head, especially, I say this all the time, Neptune and Pisces is up here. It's just like you entering into a situation like a relationship. I always tell people, especially be very careful of long distance relationships right now. I've been saying this since like 2016 because it's like the fantasy is much better. Well, it's not that it's much better than the reality, but the problem is that we can get stuck in the fantasy because then we don't want to see what the reality is because maybe we're afraid we're going to be disappointed. So I keep encouraging people, no, you need to see the reality. Luckily, we have Saturn moving into Pisces this year, which is going to be great because I think it's going to bring a lot of these ideas down to earth. You have the Emperor here. So I feel there's success coming from the Emperor. I feel like a certain flow. The story of him is that there's water behind him. You can barely see it right behind him here, that water. And that water flows down to the Empress. And they kind of that's how they exchange energy between each other. And, I feel for a lot of you that there's something about an energetic exchange here. I don't know, we'll find out. You have the Fool. Definitely, I feel like you've earned this new beginning that is coming in for you. There's a lot of potential here, but like I said, elbow grease at the beginning of the reading, I would just be putting the work in because that's where the success is going to come from. With the Emperor, you have the Six of Cups. And look at this card. Look at how the cups, they are kind of like flowing. Exactly what I was saying. I was like saying something about flow. I was getting on that Emperor card. So this could be like a person where you just have a good flow with the person. Could be any sign. You have Pisces here 3 times. And clearly, we've been talking about Pisces like crazy. Pisces all up in everybody's business. I'm a Pisces. I can say that, right? So us creepy little Pisces have been all up in you here, Scorpio. So there you go. Could be an Aries. You have Leo. Um, any of the fixed signs: Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Capricorn, Aquarius. Did I say that already? I think so. That's really what stands out to me. With the Four of Cups, you have the Hermit, could be a Virgo as well. Although I feel like it's kind of funny because I feel like you've had like a negative experience with a Virgo. I've been saying this for months now. You have the Four of Cups. It's like maybe you're afraid that you're going to repeat what you did with the Virgo in the first place. Maybe this person stole your favorite sweatshirt. I don't know. Look at this sloth, like just slowly moving with this sweatshirt. Again, it's funny that the Hermit is a sloth on this card as well, because maybe you were dealing with a person who would not bring the fantasy down to earth. Maybe they were too stuck in the fantasy, and maybe they were too slow moving, right? With the Fool, you have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a time where you should throw things at the wall and see what sticks. It's an amazing time, personally, I believe, to experiment, see what works, and then work on what works, right? Keep doing what works in your life. We're going to pull 5 of these tea leaf fortune cards now, and we're going to see what one more thing comes up here. Well, there's like 5 things, but whatever. You have this shield card. It says you need to defend yourself. Did we see this here? I don't think you need to defend yourself. I feel like you need to stick up for your new ideas. 9 of Swords, not repeating the same cycle. You have this Carrot card. It says opportunity or windfall. 10 of Pentacles. I feel Ace of Pentacles. Even all the Pisces cards, even if it's not a person, I feel like this is an intuitive idea with that Ace of Pentacles. But again, Ace of Pentacles is like a garden. It's something you have to take care of. It's something that it makes perfect sense that you have the 10 of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles in that diagonal, because it's basically Uranus and Taurus. It's like Uranus and Taurus will give you the idea, the seed, and it also says, okay, plant the seed and water it and give it sun. You have the sun here. Give it fertilizer, give it energy, give it whatever. And it will grow. It will make you very successful. But you have to start with the seed, right? You have this Valley card. It says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. We talked about the peace here. So I'd be protecting your peace at all costs, because it seems to be the place where you're going to be finding success. You have this Haystack card. It says karma. You will reap what you have sown. There could be positive karma coming in for you here. And finally, you have this Owl card. It says good advice from a wise person. It's kind of interesting that pretty much everyone has had these cards of like wise people or wise person, whatever. So if you have anyone you look up to, maybe you want to get their advice. Could be like a mentor. Maybe you don't even talk to this person. Could be someone, who maybe you read their books or something like that. But this is a really good reading. So thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your quarter.